it's time for a breakdown.
Never gonna get it, 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 never gonna get it. Whoa, 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 whoa. Never gonna get it, 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 never get it.
Hi.
Hi.
It's so great to meet you.
You too.
So, how long have you lived in the city?
Almost a year. Feels longer though.
Yeah, 3 years for me. It's a great city.
Yeah, definitely. So,
Yeah.
what do you like most about living here?
Yeah. What do you like most about living here?
Well, I love walking my dog in the park, especially on a pretty day.
Yeah? I'm a little different, I guess. I'm more the kind of guy that likes walking the dog in the park on a pretty day.
Same.
Yeah. And, you know, this may just be me, but I like to walk my dog in the park on a pretty day.
No, I like that too. I just said that.
Yeah. So do you like watching TV?
No, not really.
Me too. I love it.
Are you listening to me at all?
Sometimes I like to curl up with a bag of popcorn and get my Leno on. You like Leno?
You really aren't listening.
Me too. Like, Jay Leno just cracks me up. I mean, his comedy is a gift from the gods. I mean, I just get blown away every time I see his show or one of his movies. Have you seen Ice Age 2?
Actually, yeah, I have.
You haven't? Stop what you're doing and rent it right now. It's so good. I mean, Jay Leno is one of the funniest guys on television. I mean, he and I have the same sense of humor. You know my roommate, Bill?
Nope.
You know, he thinks I'm the funniest guy he's ever met. He's entitled to his own opinion, right? I mean, sure, I'm funny, but I can be too funny sometimes. You know, people don't realize when I'm being serious. Can you believe that?
No, I can't.
But enough about me. I'm talking up a storm here. Tell me about yourself.
Or I could just leave because you're a self-centered tool.
Yeah. I am a Capricorn myself. Hi.
Hi.
It's so nice to meet you.
You too.
So, where are you
Wait,
from?
Before you... Sorry, I know this is so rude, but the Bruins game is on right now. You don't mind if I check the score?
Oh, no, not at all. Totally.
Thanks. I'm sorry. This is such an awful thing to do on a first date. It's just that it's the last quarter in the playoffs game, and
It's okay. No worries.
you don't mind if I wear this little headpiece, do you? I promise it won't be distracting.
No.
Okay.
What's the score?
Trojans by 7.
Uh-oh.
No, it's fine. It's just a game, right? So, enough about football. Let's hear about Mr. Mystery. Harriet's told me tons about you.
Oh, man, the pressure's on now.
I'm just gonna check the score. Okay?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Also, are you okay with me wearing this little headpiece? I promise it won't be distracting.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, thanks. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm making an awful first impression, aren't I?
No, you're not.
It's just that it's the playoffs and I'm usually normal.
It's really not a big deal.
What?
What?
Nothing. It's just the line gives Forte this huge running lane, but he fumbles the handoff. I mean, sure, pace recovered, but this is the playoffs. You can't just cough up the ball like that. I mean, you're staring at 3rd and long, and the whole season is riding on one play.
Well, I hope everything turns out okay. What?
Pass the ball!
What's wrong?
Oh, it's 3rd and long. Who runs it on 3rd and long? Did Cutler suddenly forget that he has an arm? Oh my gosh, I'm being loud, aren't I?
No?
No, I am. I'm sorry. Look, I'll make it up to you. After this, I'll take you to dessert at this little bistro down on 11th. No one really knows about it, and I'm sure that you'll just pass the ball! Pass the freaking ball, people. It's 4th down. Pass the ball!
Listen, we could, like, go to a bar with a TV or something if you want.
No. I wouldn't want to do that to you. Plus, the game's almost over anyway, so...
Okay.
I'm sorry. I got a little carried away there, didn't I? Okay, let's just eat.
Okay, yeah. Harriet said that we should definitely...
Come on!
Oh, okay. You know, maybe we can order something else.
They lost.
Oh.
The Bruins lost.
I'm so sorry. Can I do anything for you?
The Bruins suck.
They don't suck.
They do. They suck.
They're probably just having a bad season like the...
Bruins suck.
Okay, yeah, the Bruins suck. Hey,
Hi.
it's nice to meet you.
You too. Julia's told me tons about you.
Oh, she's a great girl.
Yeah, definitely. We've been friends for something like 6 years, I think.
Oh, where'd you guys meet? Like in school or something?
Yeah, we both played soccer. Both second stringers, keeping the bench nice and warm for everyone else.
Oh.
No, seriously though, Julia's one of my favorites, so when she told me about you, I was definitely on board.
No, that's very sweet of you.
No, seriously. I've been looking forward to this for a while now.
Oh, I'm flattered.
Yeah. Well, you hungry? I'm about ready.
Yeah, I'm pretty hungry too. You know I can see that you're stealing, right? Like, you don't have to play it off like you're not.
What? What are you talking about?
You just stole that plate.
Well, that's a cruel accusation.
Accusation. You just took that vase. How can you honestly believe that
Look,
I'm not?
I don't know what your problem is with me as a person, but this is getting really insulting, so I better go.
Wait, what? Okay, wait, listen. If you stop stealing things, I won't get on your case, okay?
Okay.
Yeah? All right. Great, so where are you from? Oh.
Hi.
Hi.
It's nice to meet you.
Same.
Let's order. I'm starved.
Me too.
Wow, this menu is huge.
Yeah, I can never decide when the menu is this big.
Well, I'm gonna get the pork chops. How about you?
Oh, I don't know. Nothing on this menu really leaps out, you know?
Well, you could try the pot roast.
Ugh, too moist.
Oh, okay. How about the shrimp scampi?
Also too moist.
Oh,
Well, you know, I do have a bit of hygrophobia.
hygrophobia?
Yes, it's the fear of dampness or moisture.
Oh, okay. Well, you could try the eggplant parmesan.
Ooh, papyrophobia.
What's that?
Fear of purple.
Okay, how about the cheese plate?
Capacitisphobia.
Fear of...
Constipation.
Okay, how about the sushi?
Oh, no. Japanophobia. You know, it's the fear of...
No, I got it.
Yeah.
How about the Hawaiian fish? Let's see if I can pronounce it right. Humu humu nuku nuku apua.
You know, actually, that sounds delicious.
Great.
But I do have hippomonstrosaquipedeliophobia,
What's that?
the fear of long words.
Oh. Okay, well, how about this? Peanut butter and jelly.
I'm sorry.
What could possibly be wrong with peanut butter and jelly?
I have arachnodiplophobia.
Fear of sandwiches?
No, it's actually the fear of peanut butter sticking to the roof of your mouth.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, what can you eat?
Well, not very much. I do have satiophobia.
Fear of...
Food.
Okay, well, if you have all of these dietary issues, why did you invite me to dinner?
You know, that is a good question.
Okay, well, why don't we just go watch a hockey game or something?
Oh, can't. Pacifist.
Any golf?
Asthma.
See a musical.
Depends on the musical. I recently developed allurophobia.
What's that?
Cats.
Oh. Okay, well, what do you want to do?
I have one or two ideas, but I have decidophobia.
Okay, how about I just decide for you? Let's just call it a day.
But I can't.
Why not?
Anuptophobia?
What's that? Fear of staying single for the rest of your life?
Actually, yes.
Oh.
Yeah. But on the other hand, it's probably best that we end the date now on account of my deepnophobia.
What's that?
Dinner conversations.
Oh, okay. Well, it was nice to meet you.
You too. Oh, wait. Oh,
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. No,
Sorry,
that
that's
was
my
my
bad.
fault. Well, good night. Wait. This might be random, but do you like football?
A little. Are you afraid of anything?
I mean, not really.
Do you want to go grab some ice cream?
Yeah. Check, please.
Pray, let me introduce myself to you. My name's Cicely Cardew.
Cicely Cordeaux. What a very sweet name. Something tells me that we are going to be great friends. I like you already more than I can say, and my first impressions of people are never wrong.
How nice of you to like me after we've known each other such a comparatively short time. Pray, sit down.
Amico Cicely, may I not?
With pleasure,
And you will always call me Gwendolyn, won't you?
if you wish.
Then that is all quite settled then, is it not?
I hope so.
Perhaps now might be a favourable opportunity for my mentioning who I am. My father is Lord Bracknell. You have heard of Papa, I suppose?
I don't think so.
Outside the family circle, Papa, I'm glad to say, is almost entirely unknown. I think that is quite as it should be. The home seems to me to be the proper sphere for the man, and certainly once a man begins to neglect his domestic duties, he becomes almost painfully effeminate, does he not? And I don't like that. It makes men so very attractive. Cecily, Mama, whose views on education are remarkably strict, has raised me to be extremely short-sighted. It is part of her system. So would you mind my looking at you through my glasses?
Oh, not at all, Gwendolyn. I'm very fond of being looked at.
You are here on a short visit, I suppose?
Oh, no, I live here.
Really? Your mother, no doubt, or some female relative of advanced years resides here also?
No, I have no mother, nor any relations.
Indeed.
My dear guardian, along with the assistants of Miss Prism, have had the arduous task of looking after me.
Your guardian?
Yes, I'm Mr. Worthing's ward.
Oh! It is strange he never mentioned to me that he'd had ward. How secretive of him. He grows most interesting hourly. I am not sure, however, that the news inspires me with feelings of a mixed delight. I'm very fond of you, Cicely. I've liked you ever since I met you. But now that I know you're Mr. Worthing's ward, I cannot help but express a wish that you were, well, just a little older than you seem to be, and not quite so alluring in appearance. In fact, if I may speak candidly.
Pray do. I think when one has something unpleasant to say, one should be quite candid.
Well, to speak perfectly candidly, Cecily, I wish you were fully 42 and more than unusually plain for your age. Ernest has a strong, upright nature. He is the very soul of truth and honor. Disloyalty would be almost as impossible to him as deception. But even men of the noblest possible moral character are extremely susceptible to the influence of the physical charms of others. Modern, no less than ancient history provides us with many most painful examples of what I refer to. In fact, if it were not so, history would be quite unreadable.
I beg your pardon, Gwendolyn. Did you say Ernest?
Yes.
Oh, but it is not Mr. Ernest Worthing who's my guardian. It's his brother, his elder brother.
Ernest never mentioned to me that he had a brother.
I'm sorry to say they have not been on good terms in a long time.
That accounts for it. And now that I think of it, I've never heard any man mention his brother. The subject seems distasteful to most men. Cecily, you have lifted a load from my mind. I was growing almost anxious. It would have been terrible had any cloud come across a friendship like ours, would it not? Of course, you are quite sure it is not Mr. Ernest Worthing who is your brother.
Quite sure. In fact, I'm going to be his.
I beg your pardon?
Dearest Gwendolyn, there's no reason why I should make it a secret to you. Our little county newspaper is sure to chronicle the fact next week. Mr. Ernest Worthing and I are engaged to be married.
My darling Cecily, I think there must be some slight error. Mr. Ernest Worthing is engaged to me. The announcement should appear in the Morning Post on Saturday at the very latest.
I'm afraid you must be under some misconception. Ernest proposed to me exactly 10 minutes ago.
It is certainly very curious. He proposed to me yesterday afternoon at 5:30. If you care to verify the incident, pray do so. I never travel without my diary. One must always have something sensational to read in the train. I am so sorry, dear Cecily, if it is any disappointment to you, but I'm afraid I have the prior claim.
It would distress me more than I could tell you, dear Gwendolyn, if this caused you any mental or physical anguish. But I feel bound to point out, since Ernest proposed to you, he has clearly changed his mind.
If the poor boy has entrapped himself in any sort of foolish problem, I consider myself my duty to rescue him at once, and with a firm hand.
Whatever unfortunate entanglement my dear boy may have gotten into, I will be sure to never reproach him with the fact after we are married.
Do you allude to me, Miss Cardeau, as an entanglement? You are presumptuous. On an occasion of this kind, it becomes more than moral duty to speak one's mind. It becomes a pleasure.
Do you suggest, Miss Fairfax, that I entrapped Ernest into an engagement? How dare you? This is no time to wear a shallow mask of manner. When I see a spade, I call it spade.
I am glad to say that I have never seen a spade. It is very obvious that our social spheres have been widely different.
Lying a dreamer, dreaming beside me. The city sirens keep me awake.
Ow! Dang it. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. Are you okay? I can't believe it.
Yeah?
No, you're not. I just whacked you with an ironing board. Are you hurt?
No.
Oh, you must be. Where'd I get you?
In the head.
In the head. Oh, come here. Are you okay?
Well, is there any blood?
No.
Any discoloration?
No.
Then I'm okay.
Well, I'm gonna go get you some ice.
No. I'm okay. I can't feel things like that.
Like what?
Like when I get smashed in the head with an ironing board.
What?
I can't feel pain.
Oh, jeez, Crow, what the heck have I done to you?
Nothing.
You're talking loopy. Listen to you going on about not being able to feel pain. That's delusional. I've knocked the sense right out of you.
No.
Shh, listen, I was gonna be a nurse, so I know. You just took a good shot to the head, and that's serious.
No, it's not serious. I don't think an ironing board could really hurt you. Cause see, I have a list of things that can hurt you, and ironing boards aren't on my list.
What
And I
is-
can prove it to you. See, I bet if I took this ironing board like this and hit you over the head with it, it wouldn't hurt.
Ow!
That didn't hurt.
Ow, why'd
Oh.
you do that?
Oh, it did.
Ow,
That hurt.
gosh.
Oh, it did, didn't it?
Ow.
Oh. Gee. See, I didn't think ironing boards could really hurt you. Cause see, I have a list of things that can hurt you, and ironing boards aren't
What are
on
you
it.
talking about?
My list of things that can hurt you. Ironing boards aren't on it, but gosh, maybe they should be.
Well, that ironing board hurt me,
Yeah.
so you should add it to your list.
Should I be afraid of ironing boards?
Well, if someone grabs one and wallops you over the head with it, then yes.
Well, it's not. It's just I have a list of things to be afraid of. It. Ironing boards aren't on that list either.
Well, they shouldn't be, really.
No.
No.
But they can hurt you,
Yeah.
so I should be afraid of them.
No.
So I shouldn't be afraid of them.
Right.
But they can hurt me.
Well, if they're used the way you used it, then yes.
Oh. So they're kind of like the opposite of God.
What?
Well, I shouldn't be afraid of ironing boards, but they can hurt me. But God, my brother Paul says, God won't hurt me, but I should fear him.
I guess.
Boy, this is getting complicated.
What is?
The business of learning what doesn't hurt, what does hurt, what to be afraid of, what not to be afraid of.
Are you sure you're okay? You're just going on about this crazy stuff and
Oh, yeah. See, I have congenital aneuglesia.
what?
Congenital aneuglesia. He thinks. Some people.
Who thinks?
My brother Paul. Congenital aneuglesia? Some people call it hereditary neuropathy type 4, but it just means I can't feel pain. And you can hit me if you want to see it.
No.
Come on.
No.
See?
Ow!
See?
Ow!
Come on.
No.
Go ahead. Come
No.
on. Come on.
No.
Okay. You don't have to. Hit me. Most people don't. Most people just go away. My brother Paul said I shouldn't tell people about myself because I scare them. So I've actually learned to put myself on the list of things to be afraid of.
I'm sorry. I just clocked you. Are
You hit me.
I know.
Most
I
people
just
go
wanted.
away, but you hit me.
I just wanted to see what. Are you okay?
Yeah, I can't feel pain.
Right. Can't feel pain. Of course. But are you sure?
Well, is there any blood?
No.
Any discoloration?
No.
Then I'm okay.
Well, buddy, you can be hurt and not look like it.
But
Look, there are things that can hurt you that make you bloody and bruised, and there are things that hurt you that don't make you bloody and bruised, and, well, they all hurt. I'm Marvelyn.
I'm Steve. I live on the 3rd floor, room 11.
I live with my boyfriend, Eric. I love him very much.
Yeah, we saw you move in.
Yeah, we're just here because our roof collapsed from all the snow in December. We're just here until we can get our feet back off the ground again.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
that's good because that's what Ma Dudley says her boarding house is. A place where people can get their feet back on the ground. My brother Paul says we've been trying to do that our whole lives.
Oh,
Yeah, takes some people longer than others.
yeah.
You guys are loud.
What?
You and Eric, you yell and you bang. We're right below you.
Yeah, sorry about that. We're just going through a rough patch right now. Happens. Sorry. So, what's it like
What?
to not feel pain?
I don't know. I don't feel pain, so I don't know.
Were you born like this?
Well, I don't have fully developed pain sensors. They're immature. My brother Paul says, and because they're immature.
How does he know that?
Oh, he reads, and
But-
because they're immature, my development as a human being has been slowed.
But that doesn't make any sense. Why would he say something like that?
So I won't ruin myself.
Okay.
And I have to my mind doesn't know what being hurt is because my body doesn't know my mind doesn't know when to be afraid because my body doesn't know what being hurt is. And because my mind doesn't know what being afraid is, I don't know when to be hurt. That makes sense.
Okay.
And I have to memorize what to be afraid of. So I know when to be afraid.
Okay. What do you have to be afraid of?
Oh, things like bears, guns, and knives, and fire, and fear. I should fear itself, and pretty girls.
Pretty girls?
Yeah.
Why should you be afraid of pretty girls?
Because they can hurt you.
What?
Because they make you love them. My brother Paul says.
Well, how does he know that?
Because it hurts. And because they make you love them, and he says that it'll hurt.
Well, okay.
And, well, my brother Paul says that I'm probably really lucky because I'll probably never have to deal with love anyway.
Well,
Because of
how
the
does-
congenital anesthesia.
But how does he know? What do you mean you're not going to have to deal with love?
Because it hurts.
Well, it shouldn't.
Well, and because I have a lot of deficiencies and not very many capacities.
Well, you know what? Everybody does. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Are you okay?
Is there any blood?
No,
Any discoloration?
no.
Well, then I'm okay.
Yeah, you are. I'm sorry. It's just, you're a really sweet guy.
But you have a boyfriend and you love him very much.
Yes, I do. And yes, I do.
Even though you tried to kiss me.
Yeah.
And it's a Friday night and you're doing laundry.
Yes, I am.
And people who love each other, they don't do their laundry on Friday nights and kiss other people. They go to the moose patio, or they go dancing together, or they go skating. I don't think that's love. What you and your boyfriend have?
You know what? I've been down here longer than I said I'd be, and he doesn't like that, so.
Who?
My boyfriend.
Who you love very much.
Yes.
Even though you try to kiss me.
Yes.
Boy, I'm gonna have to talk to my brother.
No, don't talk to your brother Paul about this. Tell him to stop teaching you.
What?
Whatever it is he's teaching you, tell him to stop. What he's teaching you isn't something you want to know.
But I have to learn from him.
Listen, I was going to be a nurse, so I know. You need to go to a doctor and have your brother stop reading whatever it is he reads.
But
Look, I got to go.
you have to go. I know you would. Most people do.
No, it's not that. It's just Eric doesn't like it when I'm down. Yeah, he doesn't like it when I'm down here longer than I said I'd be. And, well, I'm down here longer than I said I'd be. I am so sorry. I can't believe I just did that again. Are you okay?
Ow.
I'm so sorry. Wait, what did you say?
Ow.
I'll be seeing you in all the old familiar places.
Oh, sorry.
Peter!
The whole way here, I was thinking something funny to tell you, like, I flushed my watch down the toilet, or I thought you said 10:30, or time flies, or something. But then I realized none of it was really that funny. You're not wearing your rain boots. I thought you were the type of girl that always wears her rain boots, even when it's not raining.
I thought I'd give him a rest.
I thought I'd try something new.
Huh. It's kind of weird. You know, boots without her boots.
Did you bring your flashlight?
Yeah, this is it. So we're alone in the treehouse.
We're alone.
So what happens now?
We could tell stories if you want. We're not too old. I like stories.
I'm too tired.
But you said that.
I know, I guess I just don't know any. Sorry.
And you're surprised. I still have a surprise for you.
What is it?
I can't just say it. I have to surprise you with it.
Okay.
But before that, I can tell a story.
What kind of story is it?
A good one. Obviously. It's an old story.
I don't believe you. You always touch your hair like that when you lie.
Peter, how old are you?
I'm almost 13.
Just checking. Do you want to hear the story or not? Peter? Are you okay? You're acting like you don't even want to be here. I thought we stayed at your locker today. I thought we'd stay out all night in the treehouse, and I
know,
thought that
I guess
maybe.
I like changed my mind. I'm so tired. I don't know. I guess I thought this would be fun, but I was wrong.
Well. Are you going to leave then?
I'm sorry.
What?
I'm sorry for acting like a jerk all the time.
You don't act like a jerk all the time.
No, I do. I do. I'm really sorry.
Okay.
I have a story. It's the story of how we met.
Oh, I love that story. Can I tell it?
No. I want to tell it this time because I want to tell it differently.
Okay.
This story starts about 1,000,000
2.
years ago.
It was 2 years ago. Sorry. Continue.
It takes place after Mr. Martin's 4th period gym class.
I hated him.
Outside, just after everyone had finished playing kickball, and the new kid, it was his first day by the way, he was carrying the ball back inside. And this girl, in these big yellow rain boots, just runs up and kicks the kickball right out of his hand.
It was so funny. The look on your face, you were all like, what's the deal? And I was like, nice to meet you.
That's not how it happened.
Pretty much. That's the day I showed you the treehouse, remember?
Yeah, right, but that's not how this story goes, remember? This is different.
Then what happens?
The girl kicks the ball right out of his hands, and it sails way, way out over the soccer fields. And the boy just keeps walking, just like nothing ever happened.
But then she comes after him and says, my name is Kate, but everyone calls me Boots.
No, that's
and
the thing. She doesn't. She kicks the ball out of his hands, sails far, far away, and she just runs back to her friends. Because she has a lot of other friends who are really awesome and great and nice to her. She runs back to her friends, just like nothing ever happened.
But that's not how it happened. I'll never do that. That's mean.
No, not mean. The boy doesn't get upset or anything. He doesn't laugh it off and follow her inside. He doesn't chase her yellow rain boots. He doesn't walk with her to the treehouse after school. In that moment, he just keeps walking.
But then he comes back because that's how they meet.
Well, in this story, he just keeps walking.
If you want, it can be that the boy kicks the ball right out of the girl's hands, and she's all like, hey,
No.
what?
He just keeps walking.
Well, where does he go? Who does he talk to? Does he go to the tree house?
He walks to the soccer fields. He makes a chain of dandelions. He plucks grass, and he doesn't talk to anybody.
But then the girl follows him because she would never leave him.
She doesn't follow him. She forgets it ever happened. She runs back to her friends, and her boots make a crunching sound as she runs all the way home.
That's not how it happened.
No.
Then how does it end? The boy and the girl never meet. How does the story end?
The girl story? The girl outgrows her yellow rain boots, But the boy story? His story ends tonight.
You didn't have to come tonight if you were going to be like this. If you don't like me like that, you can just say it.
I came here to tell you that I'm going away. To a place where you can't go. And I came here tonight to tell you that I'm sorry.
This is the end.
This is the end.
Why can't I come?
You don't understand. This time, if you knew, you would understand why I have to do this by myself.
I have a story! The old one, real story from a book that I read. About a woman in a long dress and a man in a top hat, and they ride in carriages. And after it's too late at night to be riding in carriages, the man walks the woman to his door, and the woman asks the question in letters, OKKBWP. OKKBWP.
What does that mean?
One kind kiss before we part.
I'm sorry.
No, it was a dumb story.
No, it's not a dumb story. No, I'm really sorry. But there's somewhere I have to be.
I did exactly what you're doing.
Are you getting hysterical?
No, drinking. Drinking. Here. I drank for 4 days and 4 nights, and then I fell through a window. I was bleeding, but I was forgetting.
How can you forget your kids? How can you wait about 12 years of marriage?
You can't. When you walk into 8 empty rooms, it feels like a slap in the face with a wet glove. But those are the facts, Felix. You gotta face them. You can't spend the rest of your life crying. It annoys people in the movies. Now, be a good boy and drink your tea.
I can imagine what Frances must be going through.
What do you mean what she's going through?
It's much harder on the woman, Oscar. She's all alone with the kids, stuck there in the house, and she can't get out like me. I mean, where's she going to find someone now, at her age, with 2 kids? Where?
Maybe someone will come to the door. Felix, there's 100,000 divorces every year. There must be something nice about it. What's the matter now?
Oh, sorry, my ears are closed up. I get it from the sinus. Must be the dust around here. I'm allergic to dust.
What are you doing?
I'm not going to jump. I'm just going to breathe. No. I used to drive Frances crazy with my allergies. I'm allergic to perfume. For a while, the only thing she could wear was my aftershave lotion. It was impossible to live with. It's no wonder she took it this long.
What are you doing?
Oh, sorry, I'm trying to clear my ears. You create pressure inside and then opens up.
Did it open up?
A little bit. I think I strained my throat.
Well, Felix, don't mess with yourself too much. Don't tinker.
I can't help myself, Oscar. I drive everyone crazy. No, a marriage counselor once kicked me out of his office, and on my chart he wrote lunatic. I don't blame her. It's impossible to be married to me.
Well, it takes 2 to make a rotten marriage.
Hey, you don't know what I was like at home. I bought her this book and made her write down every penny we spent. Look, 30 cents for cigarettes, 10 cents for paper. Everything had to go in the book. Then we had a big fight because I said she forgot to write down how much the book was. Who can live with anyone like that?
An accountant. What do I know? None of us are perfect. We all have faults.
Faults? Faults?
We have a maid who comes in to clean 3 times a week, and on other days Francis does the cleaning. And at night, after they've both cleaned up, I go in and clean the whole place again. I can't help it. I like things clean. Blame it on my mother. I was toilet trained at 5 months old.
How can you remember things like that?
I loused up the marriage. Nothing was ever right. I used to recook everything. The minute after she walked out of the kitchen, I would add salt or pepper. And it's not that I didn't trust her. It's just I'm a better cook. Well, I cooked myself out of a marriage.
Well, don't do that. You're going to give yourself a headache.
I can't stand it, Oscar. I hate me. Oh boy, do I hate me.
You don't hate you. You love you. You think no one has problems like you.
Hey, don't give me that endless jazz. I happen to know I hate my guts.
Oh, come on, Felix. I've never seen someone so in love.
I thought you were my friend.
That's why I can talk to you like this. Because I love you almost as much as you do.
Then help me.
How can I help you if I can't even help myself? You think you're impossible to live with? Blanche used to ask me, well, what time do you want dinner? And I'd say, well, I don't know, I'm not hungry. And then at 3 in the morning, I'd wake her up and go, now! I've been one of the highest paid sports writers for the last 14 years, and we've saved $8.50 in pennies. I'm never home, I gamble, I burn cigar holes in the furniture, I drink like a fish, and I lie to her every chance I get. And on our 10th wedding anniversary, I took her to go see the Rangers Wings hockey game, and she got hit in the face with a puck. And I still can't even understand why she doesn't want me. That's how difficult I am.
Yeah, well, I'm not like you, Oscar. I couldn't take living all. I don't know how I'm going to work. They've got to fire me. How am I going to make a living?
You'll be fine. You'll go out on street corners and cry. They'll throw nickels at you. You'll work, Felix, you'll work.
You think I had to call Francis?
What for?
Well, to talk it out again.
You've talked it all out. There are no words left in your entire marriage. When are you going to face up to it?
I can't help it, Oscar. I don't know what I'm going to do.
Well, listen to me. Tonight you're going to stay here, and in the morning you're going to go get your clothes and your electric toothbrush, and you're going to come live with me.
Oh, no. It's your apartment. I'll be in the way.
I have 8 rooms to spare. All right? We could go a whole year and never see each other.
Why? I'm a pest.
I know you're a pest. You don't have to keep telling me.
Then why do you want me to live with you?
Because I can't stand living alone. For God's sakes, Felix, I'm proposing to you. What do you want, a ring?
Well, if you really mean it, there's a lot I can do around here. I'm very handy around the house. I can fix things.
You don't need to fix things.
Well, I want to do something, Oscar. Let me do something.
Well, you can start by taking my wife's initials off the towels. Anything you want.
Oh, perfect. Oh, and I can cook. I'm a terrific cook.
You don't have to cook. I eat cold cuts in the morning.
Oh, 2 meals a day at home will save a fortune. We've got to pay alimony, you know.
All right, Felix. You can cook.
Do you like leg of lamb?
Yes, I like leg of lamb.
I'll make it tomorrow night. Oh, I'll have to call Frances. She has my big pot.
Just forget about Frances. We can get our own pots. Don't drive me crazy before you move in here.
Don't let them confuse you. My step here. I'll soon be home and dry and home. I'll
It's all over my depth.
high you home and
Out of my head.
dry you high and
Over my head, over my step, body, I tell you, it's all stopping to a death. It's boating to a depth, stepping to a head. It's all headed to a death. Stop.
there, and we'll soon be home and drying home. Has ever happened to you, and for no apparent reason at all, you can't remember how to spell the word house or wife? Because when you write it down, you can't ever remember seeing those letters in that order before.
I remember.
Yes?
I remember. There were no questions.
Well, there are always questions. To exchange one set for another is no great matter.
Answers, yes, there were answers to everything.
You've forgotten.
I haven't forgotten, like how I used to remember my name and yours. Oh, yes, there are answers to every way you look. No questions about it. People knew who I was, and if they didn't, they'd ask. I'd tell them.
You did. The trouble is each of them is plausible, without being instinctive. All your life, you live so close to the truth, it becomes a permanent blur in the corner of your eye, and when nudged into outline, it's like being ambushed by a grotesque. A man, standing in his saddle in the half-lit, half-dawn, banged on the shutters and called two names. He was just a cloak and a hat, levitating in the grey plume of his own breath. But when he called, we came. That much is certain. We came.
Well, I'll tell you, I'm sick to death of it, and I don't care one way or another, so why don't you just make it go mine?
We can't afford anything quite so arbitrary, nor did we come all this way just for a christening. All that precede us. But we were comparatively fortunate. We might have been left to sift the whole field of human nomenclature, like two blind men hunting bazaar for their own portraits. At least we are presented with alternatives.
As from now,
Not yet.
you made me look ridiculous in that.
Just as a fool as you did.
Consistency is all I ask.
Give us this day our daily mask.
I want to go home. Which way did we come from? I've lost my sense of direction.
The only beginning is birth, and the only end is death. You can't count on that. What can you count on?
We don't owe anything to anyone.
We have been briefed. Keep an eye open and an ear cocked. Tread warily, follow instructions. We'll be alright.
For how long?
Oh, till events have played themselves out. There's a logic at work, but don't worry, it's all done for you. Relax. Enjoy it. To be taken in hand and be led like a child, even without the innocence. A child. It's like being given an extra slice of childhood when you least expect it, as a reward for being good, or compensation for never having had one. Do I contradict myself?
I don't remember. What do we have to go on?
We have been briefed. Hamlet's transformation. What do you recollect?
Well, he's changed, hasn't he? The exterior in what man fails to resemble.
Draw him onto pleasures, clean would have fixed him.
Something more than his father's death?
Well, he's always talking about us. There aren't two people in the world who he dotes upon more than us.
We cheer him up, find out what's the matter.
Exactly. It's the matter of asking the right questions at the right moment and not giving away too much. It's a game.
And then can we go?
And receive such thanks as for the king's remembrance.
I like the sound of that. What do you think he means by remembrance?
When he doesn't forget his friends.
You want to care to estimate?
Oh, difficult to say. Really, some kings tend to be amnesiac. Others, the opposite, I suppose.
Yes, but
Elephantine?
how long? How much?
Oh, rentative. He's a very rentative king. A royal retainer.
What are you playing at?
Words, have all we've got to go on.
Shouldn't we be doing something constructive?
Like what? Building a short, blunt human pyramid?
We could go.
Why?
After him.
Why? If we start moving now, we'll be chasing each other all through the night.
How very intriguing. I feel like a spectator. An appalling business. The only thing that makes it bearable is the irrational belief that somebody interesting will walk by in a minute.
Have you seen anyone?
Oh, you?
No. What a fine persecution. Do you get intrigued that I've been quite so enlightened? Had no practice.
We could play questions.
What good would that do?
Practice.
Statement, one love.
Cheating.
How?
I haven't started yet.
Statement, two love.
Are you counting that?
What?
Are you counting that?
Foul, no repetitions. Three love. First game, two.
I'm not gonna play if you're gonna be like this.
Who serve?
Huh?
Foul, no grunts. Love one.
Who's go?
Why?
Why not?
What for?
Foul. No synonyms. One. All.
What in God's name is going on?
Foul. No rhetoric. Chew on it.
What is it all up to?
Can't you guess?
Were you addressing me?
Is there anyone else?
Or?
How would I know?
Why do you ask?
Are you serious?
Was that rhetoric?
No.
Statement. To love. Match. Point.
What's the matter with you today?
When?
What?
Are you deaf?
Am I dead?
Yes or no?
Is there a choice?
Is there a God?
Foul. No non sequiturs. 3, 2, 1. Game. Oh.
What's your name?
What's yours?
I asked you first.
Statement. 1. Love.
What is your name when you're at home?
What's yours?
When I'm at home?
Is it different at home?
Home.
Haven't you got one?
Why do you ask?
What are you driving at?
What is your name? it matter?
What does it matter why?
Doesn't it matter why it matters?
What's the matter with you?
Doesn't matter.
It's the game.
What are the rules? Rosencrantz! There! How was that?
Clever.
Natural?
Instinctive.
Have you got it in your head?
I tip my hat off to you.
Ooh, shake hands.
Alright, now I'll try you.
Get up! Catch me unawares.
Ready?
Don't be stupid!
Sorry.
Gillinson?
What?
Consistency is all I ask.
Give us this day out daily week. Hey, who was that?
You didn't know him.
He didn't know
He
me.
didn't see you.
I didn't see him.
Oh, we shall see. He's hardly himself. He's changed.
You could see that?
Transformed.
How do you know?
Both inside and out.
I see.
He's not himself.
He's changed.
Yes, I can see that. Clean want to fix him.
Me?
Him.
How?
Question and answer. All ways are the best ways.
He's afflicted.
You question and I'll answer.
He's not himself, you know.
Well, I'm him, you see.
Who am I then?
You're yourself.
And he's you?
Not a bit of it.
Are you afflicted?
Yes, that's the idea.
Let's go back a bit.
I'm afflicted.
Right.
Glean what afflicts me.
I see.
Question and answer.
How should I begin?
Address me.
My dear Guildenstern.
Forgotten, haven't you?
My dear Rosencrantz.
I don't think you quite understand. What we're attempting is a hypothesis in which I answer for him while you ask me questions.
Already?
Yes, you know what to do.
What?
You stupid.
Pardon?
Are you deaf?
Did you speak?
Not now.
Statement!
Not now! By my hopes, they are dispelled. What can we possibly have in common except our situation? Perhaps he'll come back this way.
Should we go?
Why?
Oh! You mean you pretend to be him and I ask you questions?
Yes, very good.
You had me confused.
I can see I have.
How should I begin?
Address me.
My honored lord.
My dear Rosencrantz.
Am I pretending to be you then?
Oh, certainly not. If you like. Now, shall we continue?
Question and answer.
Right.
Right. My honored lord.
My dear Bella.
How are you?
Afflicted.
Really? In what way?
Transformed.
Inside or out?
Both.
I see. Not much new there.
Go into details. Delve. Grab the background and establish the situation.
So your uncle's thinking of Denmark.
And my father before him.
But surely.
You might well ask.
Let me get this straight. Your father is the king, you are his only son. Your father dies, you of age, your uncle becomes king?
Yes.
Unorthodox.
Undid me.
Undeniable. Where were you?
In Germany.
Desertion then.
He slipped in.
Which reminds me.
Wedgwood.
I don't want to be personal.
Just common knowledge.
Your mother's
He
marriage.
slipped in.
The body was still warm.
So was hers.
Extraordinary.
Indecent.
Hasty.
Suspicious.
Makes you think.
Don't think I haven't thought of it.
With her husband's brother.
They were close.
She went to him
A little too close.
for comfort.
It looks bad.
It adds up.
Incest and adultery.
Did you go so far?
Oh, never.
To sum up, your father whom you loved dies. You are his heir. You come back to find that hardly was the corpse called before his younger brother popped under the throne and into the sheets, thereby offending both legal and natural practice. So why exactly are you behaving in this extraordinary manner?
I can't imagine. The daughter is well known, common property. Yet he called for us, and we came.
They say I heard music.
We're here.
Like a band. I thought it was a band.
Rosencrantz.
What?
Guildenstern.
What?
Don't you discriminate at all?
What?
Go and see if he's there.
Who?
There.
Yes.
What is he doing?
Talking.
To himself. Is he alone? So he's not talking to himself then, is he?
Not by himself. Coming this way, I think. Should we go?
Why? We're marked now.